I'm Brad.
I'm Charlie.
And we run a property portfolio worth over £6 million.
And in the last 2 years, we've generated over £1 million in booking revenue using the rent-to-service accommodation strategy.
Hey, niggas ain't gotta respect. Niggas just gotta.
I'm 21, and when I started 3 years ago, I only had £180 in my bank account. I was working a hospitality job where I had no freedom and I felt trapped in my job.
And now at 17, I was desperate to try get into some sort of online business, try and make some sort of money. I was dead at school, so that definitely wasn't the option. Tried SMMA, I tried AI agency, I even tried a car washing business. Nothing stuck. That's when I found out rent-to-service accommodation and started pursuing that.
We're both from North London, and how did we meet? How did we meet, man?
Well, we met in a gym time ago. Like we met probably a year before we actually started doing business together. And I'll be honest, we did not like each other at the start. We had like the same goal / like we both wanted to hop into rent-to-service accommodation. We just didn't get along at the start. But after a year,
we kind of realized that, okay, you know what, you're kind of smooth.
You're kind of a chill guy. We worked well together as well. That's what it was. So yeah,
I think we took on our first unit.
Yeah, that was banging. That was probably like a year and a half ago now. Ever since then, we've just been at it non-stop.
Now the first year, a lot of mistakes, a lot of wins. Which should we go into?
Let's go into the wins first. Let's start off nicely because there was a lot of wins. There's a lot of things we did right, which made those losses like a little less like damage. Okay. So I mean, for example, like right now we're in Kingston, Olympia. We got one of the first, was it the second or third property?
The brothers.
Over
the
there.
Founding father.
And that one was an absolute cornerstone in our business, especially when we had a smaller portfolio and obviously like each unit matters a little bit more. That one would just do numbers like month in, month out.
I don't know why.
Us in cash.
It was.
I mean, it's all location.
Yeah.
Like, we'll go into that. But wow, I mean, there were some losses. Like, I mean, it's natural. Like, we like to say like young and dumb almost, because like sometimes you don't know better, but we've not only like taken on properties, which like kind of made no sense looking back on it, or we'll just make some really dumb decisions. Like there's some properties we had for like 2 months, realized what an awful decision that was.
Take bad bookings.
Take bad bookings as well. That's another thing people don't really realize. Like we had to do a lot of things where we had to either kick guests out, complain to Airbnb on just problems. And like I think the main issues we had, especially when we had that tight portfolio where there was like 3 to 5 units, was the cleaning. Like the general operations, and it was only until we fixed this did we really start growing, but the general operations were a shambles. We couldn't string along 3 cleans.
You know what it is? We didn't have that rich vein of form. We couldn't get in, we couldn't do the cleans. I think when I called you, I was at the clean. I was doing the clean myself. I was like, Shaz,
this is a problem.
We got to sort this out now.
Got a problem.
I'm cleaning.
Yeah.
No disrespect to the cleaners. Cleaners is a wonderful job, but
it's important to know, like, we go into the business as like the operators, like, and that's another thing is that like we're not the cleaners, we're not the maintenance people, we're not the whatever random thing. Like, yeah, we had to obviously delegate that task. But when we did sort that out, nail down on who the cleaners were, all independent, nail down on their training, what products they're using. I mean, loads of different things. So now that's one of our best systems, and that's the reason we're able to, I mean, have a bit of time to actually like grow the business, but also just time to think.
The products, man. Talk about the products. So I think we've gone through, how many cleaning products have we gone through? Like over 100?
Yeah, we went through some different. Obviously, we went from getting like ones you get like supermarkets, you know, like the big brands, but again,
crazy expensive.
Cost loads of money. Obviously now we worked on our suppliers and who we get, whether it's like linen, cleaning products, like guest consumables.
Another thing I will say, don't use colored towels. Honestly, don't use colored towels. White towels, that's what saved us.
Yeah, just complications.
Yeah.
I think that's the main thing, like, especially at the start, we overcomplicated everything.
Yeah.
And like, over time we realized like, oh, that's not important, this is important. We have to prioritize that, we shouldn't prioritize that. It's just like sort of trial and error thing. Obviously, let's jump forward to now.
Should we get a win in there? I'm
really thinking wins.
Should we get another one? Right. Another win. I think it's when we got that 1 year booking.
Yeah.
That 1 year booking was juicy. It was delicious.
Yeah, we banged our direct booking strategy.
And then let's just play it out. We got in contact with an insurance company, and this is when we're starting out. We didn't think insurance booking 1 year bookings, these were actual things. Once they said, yeah, we want to book it for this rate, I was like, okay, whatever, send them the bank details. I think as soon as the money landed, I get a phone call from this guy. Broski! I was like,
yeah, we were gassed, because that was an entire year flat out. And this is like what the game's really about and why we wanted to get into it. Yeah, we've probably been there for like 5 times over the course of the period, and it's brought us in a decent amount of cash. And just those because those are both wins within like the first couple months. Those two, they as I said, they made those losses a lot less impactful. And again, that's, hey, who knows? It's maybe the reason we're here today and we're still operating. But
I love that property, man. Shout out that property.
So where we're at now, I mean, first and foremost, we've managed to get a great team. We're probably around 10 to 15 staff overall, and that's, you know, cleaners, maintenance guys, VAs, people that handle the guest comms for us, which is amazing because that takes us out of the operations and allows us to focus on scaling and taking on new properties, doing different ventures and all of that sort of stuff. But to be honest, I think the main thing, it's one of them things where it's kind of crazy thing. A year ago, I was doing A-levels.
Crazy.
But and I remember teachers telling me oh, shit ain't gonna work. Parents, obviously you get the parental pressure. But as we're sitting here now, I mean, to even think we've generated over £1 million in just bookings alone. You know, we've got teams that handle these operations for us, allow us to actually run the business properly and scale, which is the most important thing.
I think one of the most important things is just sticking it out. It was dark, it was gloomy, especially working those late shifts.
It wasn't always this pretty, it was dark. Because it's quite simply, me and Brad have been working from 6 a.m. to 12 a.m. most days, and that's obviously just handling the amount of issues that happen. Because when we were starting, obviously we had that confidence that we could make it work, but a lot of people won't back themselves because they think it's too hard, or you haven't done that, or if it's really that easy, everyone will be doing it. But we aren't that smart. What did you get in your A-levels?
I got
What did you get? But it's
I got starting.
You got starting.
I got starting.
That's the crazy part, is that genuinely the only difference is that we just backed ourselves and went at it every day. So look, I mean, this was sort of an introduction video just to sort of get the channel started. If you want to see some actual content, subscribe, because we're going to be posting a lot of stuff, mainly just about the insights of our business and the insights of the Boyskis hustling. But if you're 18, 24, similar position to me and Brad, jump on the journey. You might get something out of this. You might be able to, whether it's the same industry, whether you want to do something else, it's important to remember we were in the exact same position as you. I mean, a year ago I was doing my A-levels, as I've probably said on this video. So, tap into the journey. Subscribe again.